I love this collaboration because you can showcase something that you've made for less, and it can be very beautiful. Hi, my name is Cindy, aka Z9designs. Sit back, let me show you what I've made for each item under $5 and less. DIY number 1, floral painting. The supplies needed include a 4x6 hard canvas, blue, old ivy green, white, bamboo, berry wine, gray, turquoise, and cashew acrylic paint, and an ink line pen. These are wonderful. The thing about painting, at least for me, is that you don't have to be perfect. I painted a light coat of cashew paint over the entire canvas, and once it was dry, I took a pencil and drew in the flowers and the leaves. I started with the largest flower, which is on the lower left side of the canvas. I learned through a class that you don't want to put it in the middle unless that is the only flower you are painting. I painted that flower using berry wine acrylic paint mixed with a little bit of white paint and filled in the areas that I had penciled in. The middle, the stamen, is dotted with white. The smaller blue flowers are painted turquoise mixed with white, and a bit of berry wine acrylic paint was put in the middle of the flower, just a little bit, just so that you could slightly see it. The leaves are painted ivy green mixed with a bit of gray. However, the thing that makes this whole picture pop is the black ink pen. And I should have left it alone, but I went back and put some bamboo paint to make it a little bit darker around the flowers. And it looks okay, but I think it looked better when it was a little lighter. Oh well, you live and you learn, but I think it looks like spring is on the way. So let me know what you think about this painting. The cost was only $1, I would say at the very most $1.50. 5 Under 5 is an open collaboration where you make 5 items for under $5. The hosts are Farm Charm Chic and the Singing Crafty Crafter. These women are so talented and they have made some amazing DIYs. So be sure to subscribe, like, save, and comment. And the link is in the description box below. Now, there are other crafters that have joined in this collaboration, so please show them some love. The link to the playlist is in the description box below. DIY number 2, candle charms. The supplies needed are some candles, an aluminum pan, jewel, butterfly punch, hair clip with a flower on the end, wire, but I took mine from another butterfly, adhesive, a thumbtack, and alcohol ink. Now, this is an easy one, and I used to make these long time ago before my YouTube channel, and people were just like, wow, those are so cute. And it sets your candle apart from all of the others. I took an old aluminum pan, which I was going to throw away because I used it for some other DIYs, and I used my butterfly punch to cut out the shapes of 4 butterflies. Then I took several colors, green, burgundy, and gold alcohol ink, and I put that on the aluminum butterflies. I just put dot, dot, dot. And then the one thing that I keep forgetting, you can't use a lot of gold on it. Just a little dab of gold, because that gold just kind of spreads and takes over everything. So you put that on the aluminum butterflies and just let it dry. Then I put one wing on top of the other. I added a pearl jewel and an antenna that I took from another butterfly. However, these are easy to make with some very thin wire. I added a thumbtack on the back of the butterfly and just left it to, secure overnight. The last thing is to get the candle slightly warm and push the thumbtack into the candle without breaking it. How cool is that? The other candle charm is made with a flower from a hair clip. I removed the flower from the hair clip added a red jewel in the middle, but you can add any color that you would like, and a thumbtack on the back. I followed pretty much the same process to adhere this to the candle. These are so adorable and a really nice touch to your spring table setting for dinner. The cost is about $1.35 for both of them. DIY number 3, paper flowers. The supplies needed include brown packing paper, hot glue, scissors, and a paper cup. This is using what you have to make something beautiful. I have seen these flowers done before using food and newspaper or something like that. And I just use an old paper cup and use the top and the bottom to make larger and smaller flowers. For example, the top, I made a bigger flower, the bottom made a smaller flower. Now, you may not think brown packing paper is spring-like, but wait and see what I paired it with and styled it. I took the top of the cup and made several circles on the paper. I cut about 20 or more in all. To get started, I folded some of them in half and start putting them around the cup, alternating the spot I put them on. Some I folded only a third way down, or maybe a fourth of the way down, to make the middle of the rows. And you can look inside the cup to see how it is working and making sure you have enough. I removed it from the cup to reveal a beautiful rose. Now, some of mine had a little opening in the middle, but it didn't bother me. But if so, you can roll up a piece of, you can make a circle, fold it in half, make a circle, and hot glue that from the bottom. I didn't do that, but you can. I think it looks beautiful and it has a vintage vibe. What are your thoughts? It did not cost me anything but glue, so about 10 cents. How about that? And you can make them out of any color. But just wait till you see how I styled it. DIY number 4, wood Easter eggs. The supplies needed: 2 plastic Easter eggs, white acrylic paint, antique wax, and Mod Podge. I found that the best way to make something look like wood is with white acrylic paint and antique wax. So I painted a couple of eggs that I already had with the white acrylic paint, but you can also paint them with chalk paint, but I think just the plain white paint is better. And you just let them dry. They have a little opening in the bottom of it, so I just kind of put them on a skewer to paint them. Then I took my antique wax and I put it on the eggs with a paper towel and wiped it off, and made sure that it had the stripes, just very faintly like wood would have. Lastly, I put some Mod Podge and then I styled it. That is it, folks. The paper flowers I made, well, I put some black cut up crinkle paper in a bowl that I had DIY'd a few months ago. And remember the packing paper flowers I made? Well, I added that to the bowl along with the eggs, and how cool is that? It all looks like wood. And you can do this in another color. pink, blue, yellow, all of the spring colors. But I kind of thought this looked really nice. And all in all, I already had the eggs, already had the paper, but with what I put on them, I would say it cost me 50 cents. Let me know if you would do something like this for spring, or would you go for the brighter colors? DIY number 5, flower frogs. The supplies needed include air-dried clay, antique rub and buff, lace, pink bliss acrylic paint, and sandstone chalk paint. You also need the end of a paintbrush or a pen. You got to make some little openings, and some glass jars, which I already had, and then my neighbors are supplying me with unusual looking glass jars. So here we go. To celebrate spring, I thought I would lighten it up a bit by making some flower frogs out of air-dried clay. I used a fistful of clay, massaged it with my hands, and laid it down on some parchment paper. And then I put some more parchment paper on top, took my roller and flattened it somewhat, not too flat, maybe 1/8 of an inch or a little bit more. And then I put some lace on top, and I took the roller and rolled it over to imprint the pattern in the air-dried clay. And I was liking what I was seeing. Now an open ring was used to make the round circle, so just like a mason jar ring. So I made the circle, and then I took the end of a paintbrush, or you can take the end of a ballpoint pen, and make 8 openings, 1 in the middle, and then around the perimeters. And you can make as many openings as you wish. I just stopped with 8. These openings are where you're going to house the flowers. I allowed the clay to dry, and then I painted one with pink bliss and the other with sandstone. And when the paint was dry, I took some rub and buff and highlighted the imprint of the lace. The smaller frog was put on top of the taller vase, and the larger frog was put on the larger but shorter vase. Next, all I had, so I used what I had because someone special gave me some beautiful pink roses and red roses for Valentine's Day. I dried these, and they were used in the arrangement of the taller vase. This was the pink ones, and then the red roses were used for the shorter vase. Now, this is simple, so let me know what you think. I can't wait until I can put some real flowers in this vase. And the total was about $1.50 for the 2 because the jars were free given to me. Well, this has been an unusual and unique DIY for spring. So if you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe, like, save, and comment. 5 Under 5 is one of my favorites, so make sure you watch everyone. Crafting is satisfying, but it also can be very challenging, and it takes time too. I always enjoy encouraging comments. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. And thanks for watching each week. I appreciate all of my subscribers. And remember, there is no greater wealth in this world than peace of mind. Oh, I really know that. So I will see you later. You have a great week and be blessed. Bye-bye.